What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am showing you my entire horror steelbook collection. Now, eventually, over the course of the entire month of October, you are going to see my entire horror movie collection. I decided to make it easy on myself and also for you guys, because if I did an entire horror movie collection with steelbooks, regular Blu-rays, 4Ks, we'd be here for probably 3 or 4 hours, and I just do not have that time. So I decided to do what I do in January with my entire movie collection. I'm breaking it up into segments. So today's video is the Steelbook collection. Next week's video, I believe, is boutique label items. In the third week, I believe I have scheduled everything I own from the Halloween franchise, just to give an update. And then finally, the last collection video will be focusing on Blu-rays and also 4K. So today is all about the steelbooks. Now, if I counted correctly, and I believe I did, I have almost 90 horror steelbooks. Of course, there's duplicates in here, but as far as individual steelbooks go, it is around 90. And there are some liberties taken here and there. What I may consider to be in the horror genre, you guys may not. I count psychological horror, thrillers, things like that. And yes, Twilight is in here as well. It's vampires and werewolves, so I do put it into the horror movie collection. I know I shouldn't. It's more fantasy, but I don't have enough to have a fantasy movie collection, so it's going into horror. But we got to get started. A lot to go through. So we're going to start off with one of the most classic horror movies of all time, Psycho, baby. Here is one of my Psycho steelbooks. Now keep in mind, when I have duplicates or a franchise, they may or may not be together. I just kind of threw everything onto my table next to me. So if you see Psycho later on down the line, don't be surprised because it's not with its partner. Just to let you guys know. So here's Psycho. Love that steelbook. Love it very much. Most recent, Sleepy Hollow. Loving this one as well. Next up is Dracula Untold. This one was sent to me from a subscriber. I've yet to watch it, but I am interested because you know my love of vampires. Okay, here is Halloween Steelbook number 1. This is Halloween 2018. I believe I picked this one up at the Target when they still had physical media and also steelbooks. Here is yet another copy of Halloween 2018. There we go. Here is The Thing prequel. This Blu-ray steelbook was Walmart exclusive. I actually really enjoyed this movie, believe it or not. I highly enjoyed it. I had a great time with it. Tremors is up next. I loved Tremors. This one was a great time. Kind of plain on the back, a little bit plain. They could have done something else, but it's all right. It's all right. Let me straighten out my pile here. It Follows. This one was interesting to watch for the first time. This one was sent to me from someone. I do thank you for that. Then we have Saw. This is such an awesome steelbook. Look at that. That is amazing. The back. So incredible. Lionsgate, keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing it, Lionsgate. All right, now we have Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Yes, I count Ghostbusters. I've said this before and I'll say it again. When I say horror, I put in, as I said, Twilight, horror comedies, pretty much anything to do with a witch, a werewolf, a vampire, a ghost, anything like that. It goes into the horror collection. Even though it's a comedy or it's a psychological thriller or anything else like that, if I feel like it's a horrific experience or anything related to what I just said, it goes into the horror collection, just to make that perfectly clear so I don't have to keep saying it in every single video for the entire month. So here we go. Ghostbusters, the first classic. And then someone sent me Ghostbusters 2 because I could not find this anywhere, and someone sent it to me and I was so thankful for it. These are the Blu-ray steelbooks, by the way. Blu-ray steelbooks, and I love them. I picked up The Lost Boys. This was a random find because I think this one sold out pretty quickly, and I don't believe it was in store the week that it came out. And randomly, like months later or a month later, I went into my Best Buy and there was one copy. So I snagged it. I said, you know what? If I don't get this, I'm going to regret it. So I picked up The Lost Boys. So now I have 2 copies of The Lost Boys. Original Pet Cemetery Mondo Steelbook. Gotta love those Mondos. They do such great work. There we go. Mondo. Train to Busan. Everyone should have the Steelbook of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre because it is just so reasonable in price. I think at Best Buy it's been on sale as low as $14.99, and I think it is just the Blu-ray. Yeah, it's just a Blu-ray copy, but you know what? It is so worth it. It is so worth to have. Here's my other Psycho. There we go. I believe this was the original Psycho Steelbook that came out. Yeah, it's got 4K and Blu-ray in here, so here we go. Another Halloween item. This time it is Rob Zombie's Halloween. I made the mistake in a prior video by saying that neither one of the Rob Zombie movies ever came out on Steelbook, forgetting that I own this one for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Nothing against it. You know, I just, honestly, I forgot about it. So yes, I do own a Steelbook copy of Rob Zombie's Halloween. I picked it up for $5 at FYE. There we go. This is one of those circumstances. I consider Jaws a horror movie. I know a lot of you are going to say it's a monster movie. To me, it's a horror movie. The way it's directed, a lot of the shots, and there is a jump scare or two. So in my opinion, it is a horror film. Not every shark movie is a horror movie. Jaws is to me. Not even the rest of the Jaws movies, just that Jaws. Excuse me. All right. We've got the Mondo of A Quiet Place. This one is so hard to see with that slipcover, but there we go. Mondo of A Quiet Place. All right. I don't want my end table to break because it's glass and I'm getting worried. Here is A Quiet Place Part 2. This one, I gotta say, a little bit bland. Compared to the Mondo, it's a little bit bland. But you know what? We do what we do. And of course, The Thing. You gotta have The Thing. If you don't have The Thing, I don't know what you're doing. Something's wrong there. All right, I gotta move these Steelbooks because I'm so afraid. So afraid that this table is going to break because I have glass end tables and I don't want anything to shatter. So let me get this out of the way really, really quickly. When you have 90-something Steelbooks, you got to work yourself around. All right, now I should be okay. Next up, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. This is one of my favorite musicals of all time. Tim Curry is absolutely amazing in this movie. I absolutely love it and I adore it and I watch it every single October. I have to. And it's an awesome looking Steelbook. It is so wonderful. Then we have the all-time classic Trick or Treat. There we go with Sam. Gotta watch Trick or Treat. If you're not watching Halloween on Halloween, then you have to watch Trick or Treat. An American Werewolf in London. There we go. Very nice looking Steelbook. Cabin in the Woods. Just to refresh your guys' memory of how awesome this Steelbook is. There we go. Boop. Lionsgate, continuing their awesome work. The very new Firefly trilogy that I picked up, the Walmart exclusive. Still got to get in there and watch those 2 other movies. Hocus Pocus, gotta have some Hocus Pocus. This is the 3rd option for Halloween. If you're not watching Halloween on Halloween or Trick or Treat, then you gotta watch Hocus Pocus. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I love this Steelbook because it's got the black cat, and I have a black cat. So I love this Steelbook because of Binks on the back. Nightmare on Elm Street Steelbook I picked up at FYE. And then, yes, the crappy remake that I also picked up at FYE. There we go. But believe it or not, I am going to revisit this month in October because I haven't seen this probably in about 2 years. It's been a while. It just says Never Sleep Again on the back. How boring is that? Come on, give me something else. Most recent pickups, Evil Dead Rise 4K Steelbook from Best Buy. Oh, I forgot to show you the back. Hello. The cheese grater, the best part of the Steelbook, the cheese grater on the back. Then we have The Mist. Oh man, check this out. Look at that. I have yet to see this movie, but I'm looking forward to very much. Very much so. Corpse Bride from Tim Burton. You know, this is such a great movie and it deserves a better Steelbook. We have Christine. I think this is probably like the one Steelbook where I see it and I'm just like, nah. It's not the best. It is so plain. It's like, why do we have like a bunch of, it's like a dictionary on the bottom of the Steelbook. Why does it look like that? And on the back, there's nothing. It's completely plain. Like with Christine, they could have made this look like the car. All red, cherried out. Like that would have been amazing looking. Why did they make it so plain? But Christine is an amazing horror film. And it needs a better Steelbook. Desperately. They Live. One of the best Steelbooks from last year. This year or last year? It might be this year. I'm getting all confused. The Steelbooks just run into each other at this point. Zombieland. Here we go. Upgraded to 4Ks for both of them. And then Zombieland. Double tap. I love the two. Love the two. There we go. Child's Play. You're not a horror fan unless you have a Steelbook of Child's Play. And kind of, you know, basic on the back. But I'll take it. Whatever. Now we're getting into my favorite, the Scream movies, and these are in order because with Scream, everything's in order. So, we've got the first movie. What's your favorite scary movie? Or do you like... Why didn't they put what's your favorite scary movie on the back? That was a mistake. They put, do you like scary movies? No. What's your favorite scary movie? Missed opportunity. Missed opportunity. Scream 2. Such an upgrade from the last Steelbook. Love that cover. Hello, Sydney. Remember me. I like that one. I like that quote. Most recent pickup. Scream 3. And I just watched this the other night. The 4K transfer of this looks fantastic. So definitely pick up Scream 3 because you will not regret it. It's crisp and clear looking. It looks great. Here we go. Scream 3. You're not going anywhere, Sydney, with the voice changer. I love the voice changer. I love that on the back. Looks great. Then we have Scream 5 Cream, Scream 5, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people have different names for it. And obviously Ghostface on the back. And the most recent installment in New York City, Scream 6, Ghostface on the subway. With the knife through the apple with the blood. Love that. All right, so that's all the Scream movies. Those are out of the way. Shutter Island. Like I said, psychological horror or psychological thriller sometimes crosses into the horror genre. This is one of those I consider. So Shutter Island with Leo. There we go. Now, this one was difficult. I didn't know if this was horror or not. Probably more like a monster movie, but it's like horrific circumstances and it's Cloverfield. So the one complaint, this is like so loose. You know what? But like, where would you put Cloverfield? Can I talk today? Would you put it in monster or horror genre? Or like the sub genre of horror into the monster category, or would you put it in straight up horror? Where would you put it? I just put into horror. I don't know. That was probably wrong. Like, I don't have any other monster movies in here besides Jaws. Like, I don't have King Kong or Godzilla versus Kong or anything like. I don't have any other Godzilla movies in here. I just have Cloverfield, but I don't know. It felt more like a horror film. Am I wrong? Did you get all that? Comment down below and let me know. Where would you put Cloverfield? All right. Halloween Ends. Yes, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the movie, gotta pick up everything. Dedicated fan of the franchise, gotta pick up everything. And what I like is that the Halloween Ends title is debossed. I like that very much. Or embossed? I can never remember what it is. Some kind of bossing is on here. I'm so not a good steelbook collector because I don't even know the terms. All right. Again, another recent pickup. It is the 4K steelbook for Halloween H2O. Cannot wait to crack this one open. Then we have the Walmart exclusive of Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. Not 4Ks, but that's okay. I will take a Blu-ray. I will take a Blu-ray. My most recent watch, The Conjuring. Really enjoyed that one. Way more than I thought I was going to. Jeepers Creepers. I'm going to stop there. There we go. We've got Halloween 2, baby. Halloween 2. I love Halloween 2. I love watching the original and Halloween 2 back to back. And to me, I've said it before, but original Halloween, Halloween 2, and Halloween H2O make the perfect Halloween trilogy. To me, it's the perfect timeline. I know a lot of people agree with me on that. We got Blade. Love this steelbook too. Blade. There we go. My original Sleepy Hollow steelbook. There we go on Blu-ray. Little shop. Little shop of horror. This is like horror light. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a gigantic plant. I mean, check out this plant. That's horrific. So because of that, I put it into horror, even though it's a musical. It's a light-hearted musical. You have fun with it. But I mean, he's eating people in this musical. So horror genre. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. I won't say it 3 times, but you know what? That's why I love the steelbook, because you flip it over and you got Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice like that. I think that was an FYE exclusive too. Now I have 2 steelbooks for Shaun of the Dead. Originally picked up this one, boring as could be, but I think I found this at Big Lots 3 or 4 years ago when I first originally started Blu-ray hunting trips, and I was just grabbing anything and everything. And I didn't realize that this is really, really boring as far as steelbooks go, but it was $5 and I'd never seen the movie. So I picked it up. Then later on, a couple of years later, I decided to get a better Shaun of the Dead steelbook because I knew that was so boring. So I picked up this one at FYE. There we go. So now I have 2. Here's Twilight. I'm just all 5 movies in one steelbook collection pack. There we go. It's vampires and it's werewolves, so leave me alone. The House of a Thousand Corpses Blu-ray steelbook, very recently put out this year. There we go. More Evil Dead. We got Evil Dead 1 and 2. Recent release as well. A little horror comedy called The Blackening. Enjoyed rewatching that one. Rob Zombie's 31. Recently watched this one too. I got a lot of Rob Zombie steelbooks, I'm noticing. This one I picked up at what, Target? It's a nice looking steelbook. It is. Not the best movies, but great looking steelbooks. Now we have 3 from Hell. Look, this is awesome because when you lift this, you got skulls. It's so amazing looking. Love that. Next up is Warm Bodies. Nice little zombie film. Oh, zombie love. You gotta enjoy that. Gotta love it. We got Spiral from the Book of Saw. You gotta have American Psycho. If you don't have American Psycho with Christian Bale, what are we doing here? It's one of the best horror performances ever. Christian Bale, one of the best steelbooks ever. There we go. And of course, original 1978 Halloween. Gotta have another steelbook. There we go. Gotta have another steelbook. Don't worry, I will be showing everything Halloween in that separate video that I plan on doing. All right, now I gotta shift again. All right, let's try to... This is like a maze a little bit. All right, here we go. I'm almost done showing you everything. Okay. All right. We did it. When I only have a little teeny tiny table next to me, I gotta do what I gotta do, and I'm trying to make it work. All right. This movie I just watched last night. Pet Sematary remake. There we go. That one was sent to me. We've got the Carrie 4K. Really enjoyed watching this again. I really love the back of the steelbook. It's the prom where everyone just, gets annihilated and revenge is out there. So I love the back of the steelbook a lot. Oh, yeah, we're not including that. Okay. I accidentally put in the Meg movie because I wasn't sure if like shark movies were horror or not, but I decided that Jaws is the only shark movie that's a horror film. I accidentally left the Meg in there. That's not a horror movie. That's just cheesy fun. All right. But the birds is horrific. You have a bunch of birds attacking you. They just won't stop. There we go. Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. We've got Slumber Party Massacre. There we go. Like that steelbook a lot. It. Georgie. All right. Yeah, I still have my broken, janky, messed up steelbook that I picked up at FYE of The Shining. Now, this is not the reason why I don't care for the movie. This is not, look at this. I picked it up like this. They packaged it. It was broken. They packaged it together. They sold it. And I was the stupid one that bought it. And you know what? I still have it. And the reason I still have it is because, I don't know, I kind of like Jack Nicholson on the back of it. He's looking all crazy and psychotic, and I just can't part with it. It's kind of like just a staple in my collection now, and I can't bring myself to get rid of it. So I keep it. I keep it. In all of its messed up glory, I keep it. My Bloody Valentine steelbook. This is a good looking steelbook. This looks nice too. Like that one. Fright Night. Love that. We have Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I believe Jasmine sent this over to me. And this was shocking because I was not expecting this at all whatsoever. And I was so happy that this came my way because Halloween 3 is growing on me. I feel like every time I watch it, I enjoy it a little bit more. And I feel like a lot of people are feeling the exact same way. We've got The Ring. This was what, last year? Yeah, this was last year. 7 days. And that haunting tree and everything. If a tree could be haunting, I don't know. Got our copy of Halloween Kills. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, this is a regret. I shouldn't have picked up the steelbook because I already had the 4K. It's the same exact design on it, but I picked up the steelbook. That was stupid. That was stupid. I picked it up in the moment. I was with the steelbook crew. We went to Bull Moose that day. We went to Best Buy afterwards. I saw it there. I picked it up. It was one of those, I'm on a physical media high right now, so let me pick this one up too. And I shouldn't have. All right. Poltergeist. Great 4K transfer on this one. So if you haven't picked up Poltergeist yet, please do. So I included these two. Now this is DC animation. I included these because it has Halloween in the title and it's Batman The Long Halloween parts 1 and 2. So there is part 1. It's got a pumpkin on there, so it counts. We got some blood. There we go. And there's part 2. So I decided to put these in there. And I just love how they I don't know, they just look good together. There we go. They look awesome together. Now we're getting to Friday the 13th, guys. We're almost done. So we got Friday the 13th, the original. We've got part 2. You're doomed. You're all doomed. Who's that? Crazy Ralph that says that, right? Friday the 13th, part 3. 3D. Be right back. And then we have got part 4. Jason's body has disappeared from the morgue. I don't know. Is that really a quotable quote? Not really. It's just a line from the movie and they stuck it on the back. So that was kind of weird and random. And because, you know, the sickness is real, when they came out with the 8 movie collection for Friday the 13th, I had to pick that up too. So we have this one. There we go. And now we got a little bit of Freddy Krueger, this fantastic documentary about Robert Englund. I recently watched this, I think last month. Fantastic. Great documentary, really dives into his whole history and career, and it's just a great watch. So I really recommend that you pick this up. Hollywood Dreams and Nightmares, the Robert Englund story. I highly, highly recommend. One of the best that I've seen in a while. And finally, last but not least, the final steelbook, Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness. Fantastic looking steelbook. So those are all 90. Let's just call it 90, 88, whatever. Those are all my horror steelbooks. Everything from Freddy to Ghostface to Michael Myers to Leatherface to Crazy Jack Nicholson. Everything I own in my horror collection as far as steelbooks go. So comment down below and let me know, how many horror steelbooks do you have in your collection? Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time.